Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss more than 500 plus MCQs of Transfer of Property Act. So let's get started from the question number 1. The Transfer of Property Act was enacted in the year 1882. TPA was enacted in the year 1882. Option B is the correct answer. Transfer of Property Act came into force on July 1st, 1882. Option A is the right answer. Question 3. The Transfer of Property Act in 1882 covers movable property, immovable property, none A and B both. Correct answer is D. That is, movable and immovable property both are covered under Transfer of Property Act. Question number 4. Before the commencement of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, the transfer of immovable property in India was governed by principles of English law and equity. Option A is correct. Question number 5. Within the meaning of Section 3 of the Transfer of Property Act, the immovable property does not include only standing timber and grass, only standing timber, house and crops, only standing timber, growing crops or grass, only grass. Here the appropriate answer is C. Does not include only standing timber, growing crops and grass. Question number 6. Immovable property does not include timber. True, false, till it is rooted in the earth. Only the branches of timber does not include an immovable property. Correct answer is true. Question number 7. Which of the following is not the immovable property? A lease of land, growing crops, a right of way, a life interest in the income of immovable property. Here correct answer is option B. Growing crops is not the immovable property. Question number 8. Under Section 3 of the Transfer of Property Act, immovable property includes. Options are standing timber, growing crops, grass, none of these. Here the correct answer is none of these. Question number 9. In Transfer of Property Act, immovable property does not include building, land, pond, standing timber. Correct answer is D. Standing timber. Question number 10. Which of the following is not immovable property according to the Transfer of Property Act 1882? Land, benefit to arouse right of land, things attached to earth, standing timber. Here correct answer is option D, that is standing timber. Question number 11. The following is not immovable property. Options are royalty, right to way, right to fishing, right to redemption. Correct answer is royalty. Option A. Question number 12. Which of these immovable property as per the provision of Transfer of Property Act 1882? Options are standing timber, grass, fruit trees, growing crops. Here correct answer is fruit trees. Question number 13. Immovable property under the law relating to transfer of property includes growing crops, grass, standing timber, growing trees. Correct answer is option D, that is growing trees. Question number 14. Immovable property does not include. Options are grass, growing crops, standing timber, all of the above. Here the correct answer is option D, that is all of the above. That is, grass, growing crops and standing timber are not included in immovable property. Question number 15. Which of the following is not the immovable property? Surface of land, river on surface of land, standing timbers, things attached to earth. Correct answer is option C, standing timbers. Standing timbers is not immovable property. Question number 16. Which of the following is not immovable property under the Transfer of Property Act? A debt secured by the mortgage of an immovable property, a right of worship in a specific temple, a lake, a right to catch and carry fish from a pond. Correct answer is option B, that is right of worship. Question number 17. Standing timber under Transfer of Property Act are immovable properties only so long as not severed from the earth. Immovable properties unless there is a contract to sever the same from the earth. Not immovable property. Immovable properties if the value exceeds ₹100. Here standing timbers under the Transfer of Property Act is not immovable property. Option C is the right answer. Question number 18. Which of the following properties has not been recognized by court as immovable property? Right of way, right to collect rent of immovable property, right of worship, right of fishery. Correct answer is option C, that is right of worship. Question number 19. Which of the following is immovable property? Options are copyright, profits appendary, royalty, credit. Here correct answer is option B, that is profits appendary. Question number 20. Which one of the following is not an immovable property? Right to ferry, a decree which gives right to sell the immovable property of husband, life interest of widow in the income of immovable property of her husband, right to receive annual payment from any village. Here correct answer is option B, that is a decree which gives right to sell the immovable property of husband is not an immovable property. Question number 21. Which of the following are immovable property under the Transfer of Property Act? Select the correct answer by using the code given below. The equity of redemption, a hut, mortgage debt, right to recover maintenance allowance charged on immovable property. Here the correct answer is option B. That is, the equity of redemption, hut and mortgage debt are immovable property. Right to recover maintenance allowance charged on immovable property is not immovable property. Question number 22. The test to decide whether something attached to earth has to be regarded as immovable or not depends on the any of the following: the degree or mode of annexation, place of annexation, the object of annexation. Correct answer is option D, both A and C, that is the degree or mode of annexation and the object of annexation. Question number 23. According to section 3 of the Transfer Property Act 1882, instrument means testamentary instrument, non-testamentary instrument, both A and B, none of the above. Correct answer is option B, that is non-testamentary instrument. Question number 24. Attested in relation to an instrument means shall be deemed always to have mean attested by at least 1 witnesses, 2 witnesses, 3 witnesses, 4 witnesses. Correct answer is 2 witnesses. Question number 25. The attestation of document means the attesting witness is aware of the contents of the document. The attesting witness seen the executant sign or affix marks, received from the executant a personal acknowledgement of his signature. Both the attesting witness seen the executant sign or affix mark and received from the executant a personal acknowledgement of his signature. Correct answer is D, that is both the attesting witness seen the executant sign or affix mark and received from the executant a personal acknowledgement of his signature. Question number 26. An instrument of transfer is attested validly where executant has signed the instrument in presence of his family members, a person has signed as a witness to the fact of writing of instrument in his presence, one person who has seen executant signing the instrument put his own signature as witness, instrument is signed by 2 witnesses who have seen executant signing the same and who sign in letter's presence. Question number 26. Correct answer is option D. Question number 27. Which one of the following section of Transfer Property Act defines notice? Section 3 defines notice, that is option B is the right answer. Question number 28. The Privy Council decision in Tilakdhari Lal versus Khedan Lal relates to section 3 of the Transfer Property Act. Option A is the right answer. Question number 29. Under the Transfer Property Act, a person is said to have a notice of a fact when he actually knows the fact, may have knowledge about the fact, could with reasonable care know the fact, is not at all aware of the fact. Correct answer is option A, he actually knows the fact. Question number 30. The Transfer Property Act does not contemplate actual notice, implied notice, notice in transaction, imputed notice. Correct answer is option C, notice in transaction. Question number 31. Which of the following is not a constructive notice? Options are gross negligence regarding to a fact, registration, actual possession, definite knowledge. Not a constructive knowledge, definite knowledge is not a constructive notice. So D is the right answer. Question number 32. Property is a comprehensive term and includes copyright. Reason: Transfer Property Act deals with the all kinds of property including patents. Here correct answer is option C. A is true but R is false. TPA deals only with movable and immovable property, whereas patents and copyright are intellectual properties. So option A is correct, true, and R is false. Therefore C will be the right answer. Question number 33. The chapters and sections of TPA which relate to contract shall be taken as the part of contract and supplemental to option A, the Specific Relief Act, Registration Act, Sales of Goods Act, Partition Act. Correct answer is option B, that is Registration Act. Question number 34. The TPA has no relation with air, water, light, D, all of these. Correct answer is option D, that is all of these. Question number 35. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Immovable property, section 2. This is not correctly matched, whereas charges, section 100, marshalling by subsequent purchases, section 56, mortgage debt, section 134. Here it has been asked which is the not correctly matched. So option A is not correctly matched, therefore will be the right answer. Question number 36. The amendment of Transfer Property Act 1982 in the year 2002 effective from 31st December 2002. Correct answer is option A, 31st December 2002. Question number 37. Chapter 2nd of the Transfer Property Act shall not be deemed to affect any rule of Mohammedan law, Christian law, Parsi law, none of the above. Correct answer is option A, that is Mohammedan law. Question number 38. The property word is defined in which section of the TPA? Property has not been defined in any section of the Transfer Property Act, therefore option D is the right answer, none of these. Question number 39. Which of the following mode of Transfer Property Act is not covered by TPA? Sale, mortgage, testamentary disposition, exchange. Correct answer is option C, that is testamentary disposition. This mode of transfer is not covered by TPA. Question number 40. Transfer property is not applicable to gifts of movable property, exchange, Lease, sale of goods. Correct answer is option D, that is sale of goods. Question number 41. Which of the following do not convey title? Registered exchange deed, registered will, registered gift deed, registered sale deed. Correct answer is option B, that is registered will. Question number 42. Which one of the following cases it was held that partition is not a transfer of property? Here correct answer is option A, that is V. N. Sareen versus Ajit Kumar AIR 1986. Partition is not a transfer of property. It was held in this case. Question number 43. Partition of immovable property is an exchange, a transfer, a gift, none of the above. Correct answer is option D, that is none of the above. Question number 44. In which one of the following cases it was held that surrender by tenant is not transfer? Bachchu versus Hanvansh, Makhanlal Sahu versus N.N. Adhikari, Sharda Devi versus Chandwala, none of these. Correct answer is option B, that is Makhanlal Sahu versus N.N. Adhikari. In this case, it was held that surrender by tenant is not transfer. Question number 45. To which of the following sections, section 5 to 37 of the TPA apply? Options are transfer of movable property, transfer of immovable property, transfer of property whether movable or immovable, a specific transfer, and not to general principles of transfer of property. Here correct answer is option C, that is transfer of property whether movable or immovable. Section 5 to 37 apply. Question number 46. Which one of the following section of Transfer of Property Act defines transfer of property? Correct answer is section 5. Question number 47. Transfer of Property Act governs transfer between the living persons, and transfers by the order of a court, between living persons and transfer by operation of law. D, all of the above. Correct answer is option A. Transfer of Property Act governs transfers between living persons only. Question number 48. Under the Transfer of Property Act, a living person connotes human being only, limited company only, partnership firm only, all of these. Correct answer is option D, that is all of these. Question number 49. The Transfer of Property Act applies to transfer of property made by act of parties, by operation of law, by a decree or order of a court of competent jurisdiction, in execution of a decree or order of a court of competent jurisdiction. Correct answer is option A, that is made by act of parties. Question number 50. Which one of the following is not transferred by an act of parties under Transfer of Property Act? Options are succession, sale, mortgage, gift. Correct answer is option A. Succession is not a transfer by an act of parties under TPA.